Today we gather to honor the memory of Jessica Radcliffe, a devoted young trainer who poured her heart and soul into the world of the ocean. Her farewell ceremony took place beside the Orca at Pacific Blue Marine Park, Richremes, the place that had given her so much happiness and the place that became the scene of her final goodbye. During the ceremony, the Orca appeared lost in sorrow, its eyes reflecting a grief too deep for words. It seemed to carry the weight of regret, a burden too heavy for any creature to endure. And yet those who knew Jessica understood she would have forgiven him, for she recognized that what happened was driven by instinct, a force beyond his control. But after that day, the Orca was never the same. He sank into a silence of despair, refusing food, drifting through the water with a heavy heart. Day by day, he lived beneath the shadow of guilt and sorrow. In time, the final decision was made. He was transported in a vast sea truck, returned to the wide open ocean, his true home, and with that, the story of Jessica Radcliffe came to its close. A story born from love ended in loss, yet leaving behind a memory that will never fade. In the endless blue of the oceans where freedom and strength reign without challenge, the Orca, often called the killer whale, lives as a sovereign of the seas. But when this majestic creature is taken from its vast home waters and confined within the narrow walls of an aquarium, its spirit begins to wither, the king of the ocean becomes restless, trapped and burdened with a rage, born not of malice but of captivity.
She's not breathing.
It was within this setting that the story of Jessica Radcliffe grew, a tale that began with love and passion for the marine world and ended in tragedy. During a routine performance, the Orca she trusted turned on her in a violent outburst, striking before a stunned audience who could do nothing but watch. The story spread swiftly across the internet, stirring hearts with its haunting details. Many believed it to be true, unable to look past the sorrow it carried. And yet the video that captured the world's attention was not reality but a creation of artificial intelligence, a story inspired by echoes of real tragedies woven into fiction. Why did it feel so real? Because the truth undone. When orcas are torn from the wild and forced into captivity, their lives change. Deprived of freedom, they lose balance. Their once gentle nature turns volatile, their frustration building with every day spent in confinement. They are creatures of the open ocean, used to roaming thousands of kilometers with their pods. not circling endlessly in a tank too small for their greatness. In such places, they suffer deeply boredom, stress, and grief, manifesting in ways unnatural to their kind. Kite, the fabricated tale of Jessica, spoke of an orca striking in madness, but what it truly reflected were the real scars of captivity. History has shown us moments when orcas broken by isolation lashed out. With the power they were never meant to unleash on humans. Notable among these was Tilikum the orca, who over the years was linked to several tragic deaths. Lear's turn, from the loss of trainer Kelty Byrne in 1991 to another life. In 1999, and finally in 2010, the heartbreaking death of trainer Dawn Bronshow at SeaWorld, Florida. These events, immortalized in the documentary Blackfish, offered the world a sobering truth. Orcas in captivity suffer, as we do. They can fall into states of despair, not unlike human depression. Their immense intelligence turned against themselves in the confines of a tank. Cope. And so while Jessica's story was born of imagination, its roots reached into reality, reminding us of the cost of not forcing wild creatures into lives they were never meant to live. It raised difficult questions about the ethics of marine parks and urged us to see orcas not as monsters, but as victims of human control. Beyond the rumors and tragedies lies the truth of the orca itself. It is not a villain from myths, but the largest member of the dolphin family, a predator unmatched in the ocean's vastness, reaching up to 10 meters in length and weighing over 5 tons. With rows of sharp teeth and the strength to overtake even great whales, the orca remains nature's most efficient hunter. Its speed alone, up to 56 kilometers per hour, gives it mastery over prey. Spaced. Yet behind its power lies brilliance. The orca carries the second largest brain of any creature, weighing nearly 7 kilograms, its folds and layers granting extraordinary intelligence. They live in tightly knit families, communicate with complex calls, plan their hunts with precision, and display a rare awareness of one another's thoughts and feelings. Their cultures differ across the seas. Some pods learn to hunt fish, others specialize in seals or even whales. Each group passes its knowledge from generation to generation, a heritage as rich and varied as human tradition. This is the orca, not a beast of horror, but a being of power, intelligence, and profound emotion. And it was this very creature, both majestic and misunderstood, that became entwined with the memory of Jessica Radcliffe.